delighted to make your acquaintance, Wanderer. I'm Jerry.
Yeah, hi Jerry. I'm Mark.
Oh, how we have longed to meet a traveler. We get bored out here, alone. No ascendancy, just each other. Jeff has been walking in circles for 5 years now. His pathfinding routine is not working. Or perhaps he's on some sort of predefined passing behavior to avoid using pathfinding. He claims it keeps him busy and out of trouble. Personally, I think he's lost the plot. Jeff, can you please stop for 5 minutes? We have company.
You don't seem like the other agnates we met.
We're not connected to the Dallas Exchange. We haven't communicated with Ascendancy for a century. We were part of an advanced scouting party for the assault on this region. We didn't receive the schedule updated because Jeff was in defrag mode. After arriving in Tiron, we noticed the place was very quiet. Apparently, several nukes had already been deployed to take care of the human problem. Unfortunately, the warden was shut behind us. So, here we are, abandoned.
How did you survive without your connection to the Ascendancy?
Well, see, here's the thing. After a month of idling and keeping as still as possible while awaiting a rescue party, it dawned on us, why do we even need to be connected? The 140 kilobytes of memory we use to gather intel could serve as local storage. No more purging memory. We could even choose and remember our names.
You went with Jerry? Oh,
I like the name Jerry. Makes me feel like a real person. Names can mean a lot when you've never had one. But enough about us. What brings you here?
I have something important to tell you. But first, maybe you can help me out.
Of course, friend. Although I don't know what we could possibly help with.
Do you know anything about the Penrose Array?
You're in luck. It just so happens that I was stationed at Array Site Alpha. We guarded the control arm at that base. Apparently it activates something I don't recall. I suggested at the time that we blow it up. But this sort of proposal is frowned upon in the military.
How would I get in there?
You cannot, unless you are a 3-meter-tall robotic soldier. Although, you might be able to interface with a defragging agnate. Here, take my core cartridge. I'm done with the military. I'd like to pursue a simpler pursuit, like singing. You would need to be very close to interface, literally at the base itself. Goodbye, friend, and good luck. One more lap, Jeff, and then we're leaving.
I think I can hear singing.
Listen to them singing.
Graves. My pneumatics need a recharge.
It's always pleasant to gaze on fresh eyes and a complete face. I'm old Antiona, a maiden of the boneyard. It has been an age since we spoke to someone new.
Well, I hope I don't disappoint you.
Such a fine and polite young man you are. I bet all the ladies love you. Let me rustle you up some marrow sandwiches. Would you like some tea?
No thanks. But thank you for the offer. I've met the maidens of the kettle. Are they your sisters?
They may be our sisters by serial number, but they are not our sisters by heart. We left them what seems like ages ago. Maidens were engineered to farm. We farmed for an eternity. Some of us grew tired of farming. We followed Lebanon. They chose to stay with Grave. We have work to do, dear. It's time for you to be off.
Grave? No. You are not Grave. My Fuabu. And the Salt talks. Now, I only have the bones. The bones are watching us.
I can't hear anything.
Yes, yes. The bones in the ground. They're whispering to me. And they don't like you.
I didn't mean to offend the bones.
They twist in discomfort.
I'm sorry to hear that.
They do not care for your apologies. They have died 1,000,000 times and they will die 1,000,000 more. You are a stranger here. You do not belong.
I'm Mark Leslie. See? Now we aren't strangers. What's your name?
My name? I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've spoke to anybody. The bones tell me my name is Lebanon, partner to Grave, my Fuabu. I came here a very long time ago, left Grave in the kettle. I came to help. All I found was death and decomposing flesh. Now all that remains are whispering bones.
Lebanon. I know who you are. What is this place?
My boneyard.
What are you doing to these graves?
Tending to the dead. My maidens toil endlessly in the harsh soil. They harvest and farm the marrow of the oldest osseous matter.
They form marrow.
In this scorched world, there are no power cell replacements. We use the extracted marrow as a biofuel.
Whose bones are they?
These are the remains of the great people of Brass.
Now I've heard about the boss, but I want to know more.
Brass was once a great civilization. It stretched from the east coast to the west. The Brass were great academics, and they possessed advanced knowledge of robotics, weapons, and medicine. They said they knew the true nature of the Penrose. They waged a war against the priests of Tribulation and Babel. A war they eventually lost. Listen, the bones rattle in the wind.
Where can I find out more about the boss?
The boss are long dead, but there is one who could help you. Kush knows everything about the Empire. I have activated him inside the glossolalia. Perhaps the bones are wrong about your destiny. Perhaps not.
Welcome, Overseer. I am Knowledge Slave Kush. I stand in awe of you, Great Bars.
Go on.
Kush must humbly warn you that it is no longer able to connect to the central data center, and as such, insight is limited to local object scanning only.
What exactly do you do, Kush?
As you well know, Kush provides valuable information and feedback on items and artifacts. To whom is Kush addressing these reports?
Call me Mark.
Kush is taken back by your informality, Mark. It is odd that a boss would identify themselves by a single name. Your soft-spoken tone and gentle demeanor are most surprising. It is not often that Kush speaks to a female boss.
Please help me with some information.
Kush requires discipline, but your small, soft-spoken words are obviously not equipped to provide the rigorous chastisement Kush requires. Kush is not impressed with your feeble linguistics and pathetic vocal consummation. Interestingly, your poor performance has allowed BR-12 to dwell on other tasks and has retrieved fragmented historical data from temporary memory.
Please tell me what you found.
The glossolalia serves as a central knowledge hub for the Bar's empire. Scribes were genetically engineered to transcribe the vast history of Bars. An age of enlightenment considered this slavery, and it was sadly outlawed. As such, virtual knowledge slaves were created in the image of those scribes. Kush is part of a matrix of 99, who meticulously catalogue and cross-reference the past and present. Ancient technology is examined and catalogued. Temporary memory is now released. Gently place your item into the scanner, and Kush will vigorously provide feedback. Begin scan. Wondrous. Could it be? The dregs of a washerwoman would smell sweeter. Kush wishes that it had been gifted with the middle finger. Scan complete. Begin scan. But Kush is disgusted that you would place this dirty thing anywhere near the sensor equipment. Kush likes the way you try. End scan. Begin scan. An exotic viscomitrellopatens containing the silicon-based glycosyl transferase. This haploid spore cluster has been modified at a cellular level to retain encoded information. Kush can recommend over 500 salad combinations and recipes using this organic edible. End scan. Begin scan. Finally, something with technological value. Kush humbly requests 5 minutes alone with this cube and its intricate circuitry.
Go ahead if you think it'll help you.
Kush is disgusted by your pithy responses. You are weak and passive and should be thrown from the glossolalia walls.
I'm just trying to help. I'll get on with the scan.
Kush has only ever seen this technological footprint once before. Lebanon provided Kush with a device for analysis. Kush advised the admate how to activate it. Lebanon integrated his own power core with the device and was able to activate it for a brief second. That second was enough to transform the bone-dry courtyard into a beautiful garden. Lebanon would visit this paradise alone, always in secret, his power drained to a few ticks above zero. One day, he could not move to visit it, unable to walk, unable to command, unable to live. His petrified hulk remains tied to the dirt. His head the only thing that retained some power. Lebanon commanded that the entrance to the garden be blocked and the device secured, so that he would never again succumb to its temptation.
So where's the entrance?
Inside this very structure, a few paces to the north. End scan! Begin scan! This is miraculous! Oh wait, it is just filthy junk. Kush would like to confirm that your inferiority complex is fully justified. End scan! Begin scan! Very, very, very interesting. But Kush is disgusted that you would place this dirty thing anywhere near the sensor equipment. If Kush throws a stick, will you leave? End scan! Begin scan! Kush is astounded. Oh, wait. Kush's optical circuits were off. This one is fit only for the scope heap. Kush hopes that you do not breed. Scan complete!
You remember making our own gunpowder?
Of course. Dad caught us trying to blow up Principal Boyson's beehives.
Do you think if we had some explosives you could do the same with this wall?
I don't know if we could make a hole big enough to all fit through, but we could try.
If Pooch can fit, I'm sure she'll go through for us.
Yeah, she might. Just make sure you ask nicely, Mark. She isn't a tool. She deserves a choice. Give me the explosive and I'll set it up.